Britvic vs AG Barr, presented by Cole Holness and Sean Shigri.
In this presentation, we'll be comparing Britvic and AG Barr strategic elements using internal and external analytical tools.
This is a brief company overview on Britvic.
And this is a brief company overview on AG Barr. This is a pestle analysis on the soft drinks market. An example of political factor is Britvic and AG Barr have both seen a rise in petrol and ingredients prices due to the increase on oil and sugar. This happened because rising commodity prices had led Britvic and AG Barr to revise up the full-year guidance to a 9 to 11% increase on their input costs, rather than their 5 to 6% increase predicted earlier in the year. Another pestle factor is technological. Due to the health implications caused by soft drinks, all large organisations within industry are being forced to try and find healthy alternatives to ingredients in their drinks. An example of this is Britvic along with Pepsi using a stevia shrub which has been used as a sweetener in South America for hundreds of years. The reformulation of soapy water will help offer health-conscious consumers vitamin water with zero sugar and meeting growing demand for a low-calorie refreshment. Another pestle factor is environmental. This is a factor because to stay in line with the government's climate change bill, the food and drinks industry hopes to achieve a 35% reduction in CO2 emissions from manufacturing by 2020. This means organisations within the industry like Britvic and AG Barr will have to cut down on CO2 emissions caused by factory pollution, transport and waste and packaging. This is a Porter's 5 forces of the soft drinks industry. It looks at things such as threat of entry, bargaining power of buyers, threat of substitution, and bargaining power of suppliers. These are all used to determine the competitiveness of the industry. For our analysis, we determine this is a very competitive industry. This is due to factors like there being a high level of substitution, the market being bias sensitive, and the fact that there are large organisations such as Coke and Pepsi operating in the UK who have a large market share each. This is the income statement of Britvic. In 2011, they saw a 14.6% increase in revenue from 2010 to £1.2 billion. They also had an increase in operating profit from £111.9 million in 2010 to £135 million in 2011. Shareholders also had a rise in basic earnings per share to 24.3p from 21.4p in 2010. In the balance sheet, Britvic saw an increase in their total assets by 19 million in 2011. However, their liabilities also increased due to other financial liabilities in their current and non-current liabilities. The effect of this increase was that their total equity dropped from 30.7 million in 2010 to 22.5 in 2011. This is the income statement of AG Barr. They saw their total turnover increase by 4.9% to 130 million from 124 million in 2010. However, operating profit was also down from 16.7 million in 2010 to 15.5 in 2011. This has also had an effect on the basic earnings per share, which decreased to 10.14p. Over the 12-month period which ended in July 2012, AG Barr saw an increase of 7 million in their net assets to 203 million. There was also a reduction in their liabilities with a major change coming in from their short-term borrowings, where the company managed to pay back 10 million of its borrowings it owed. This is a McKinsey 7S model on Britvic. This model looks at things such as company style, staff, strategy, systems, structure, skill, and shared values. An example of Britvic's strategy would be that they have an objective to deliver 2 to 3% each year in market growth and drive on-the-go distribution. To complete this strategy and objective, they must have the necessary resources and competencies to do so. Resources would include 6 UK factories, 1,000 factory workers and 300 vehicles to transport goods. They maximise these resources by having skilled workers able to utilise them and in result produce over 110 million cases a year. AG Barr have over 930 staff across their 11 sites. The way the staff are treatise seems to be very much in line with AG Barr's strategy with their Invest in People program. This program helps strengthen and develop and create clear career pathways to help their employees grow their capabilities and improve their performance. The shared values in AG Barr seem to be very much that they are a family and community orientated company, which is something they work towards maintaining. This can be seen by the company reserving 1% of their profits in supporting charities, good causes and community groups each year, and by donating over $40,000 a year to support the Prince's Trust.
This is a resource analysis for Britvic. A resource analysis looks at physical, financial and human resources as well as intellectual capital. An example of intellectual capital is Britvic having many brands under their control such as Robinsons, Pepsi and Tango. This is a competency analysis for Britvic. A competency analysis looks at an organization's resources and how they are put to use. An example of internal linkages or cross-functional capability is Britvic's unique product development process, which is called the stage gate process. This helps Britvic minimize risks and help the company face challenges along the way of any new product launch. This is a resource analysis for AG Barr. An example of their physical resources are the 11 sites they have throughout the UK, one of which is Cumbernauld, where they are now capable of producing 690 million cans per year.
One of AG Barr's competencies would be management capabilities. They are always working on improving training and career development throughout the business. An example of this would be 25 managers benefiting from business leadership programs and 32 employees who achieve further external qualifications like MVQs.
This is a SWOT analysis for Britvic. A strength for the company is that their turnover has increased by 6.6% to £237 million. A weakness for the company, as stated before in the presentation, is a rise in commodity prices. Sugar and petrol costs rising will drive up costs for both companies. An opportunity for the company is that their merger with AG Barr will help them gain a greater array of assets, intellectual property, and also a greater customer database. A threat that Britvic face is that the volume of soft drinks being consumed in the UK has fallen by 1.3% as of January 2012. If this trend carries on, the sales of Britvic could drop in the future. A SWOT analysis for AG Barr. A strength for the company is that they saw their total turnover increase by 4.9% to £130 million in 2011. Share prices falling to 10.14 pence can also be seen as a weakness. This can be a worry for any shareholder or prove to be a deterrent for future investors. One opportunity is, in 2010, the EU trade of soft drinks with non-EU countries rose by 21.5%, meaning that these countries were more willing to import EU-based soft drinks. This is something AG Barr could take advantage of. Taxes rising to 20% and the UK economy still being very unstable could also be seen as a threat.
On the 14th of November, both companies announced a £1.5 billion merger. This merger will see AG Barr shareholders hold a 37% stake in the new business, while Britvic shareholders hold a 63%. This could mean the new company might adopt the old strategies and culture of Britvic, as they hold a bigger share and more control. However, the job of chief executive will go to Roger White, who is currently the boss of AG Barr, so some of the more successful strategies of AG Barr may be adopted alongside Britvic's.